Then we're cruising. Yeah.
Hitting the bottom and stepping up, getting up to a new test, and becoming a messenger, all for the pleasure of spitting it better and knowing I'm letting up in it forever.
I've known these guys for decades, and we've been through so much as both friends and musicians, and I believe that you can hear that in this music. And that deep connection is part of what makes this project special. While I do a lot on my own as a solo artist, collaboration has always been a crucial part of my journey. I got this live band together because I want my shows to be an unforgettable experience. While I can rock a one-man show, there's a whole other level of impact with the band. With drums, keys, bass, horns, samples, and vocals, it's a full-on experience. A lot of the time, we're reverse engineering beats and songs that I've made using Ableton Live and turning them into live arrangements. And we've also written some original music as a group. The band formed when I got booked to play at Rockwood Music Hall in New York City for the first time. I needed a band for that one show, so we all got together and made it happen. One thing led to another, and we played some more shows around the Northeast, and I wanted to capture the essence of this project to gain some momentum and really show my fans what's going on. So I worked hard for a couple months making a whole business plan and got us into pilot recording studios where we recorded 5 songs with videos for each song, all in one day. Oh yeah, and my good friend Michael WILBUR drove all the way across Massachusetts to drop in on the session. He's featured on the song Climate Chaos, and you might have heard of his band Moonhooch.
That was
yeah. That was juicy.
We love you, Donnie.
Zip right in.
Mwah. Oh yeah.
Dude, that was beastly, man.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Really great to meet you, man.
Yeah, likewise, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's lunchtime. Coming. Music has taken me to places I never could have imagined, like all over the country touring, and this project happened right here in our hometown, and we all grew up here together and we're still at it, and I think that that's pretty rare. Jules has always been one of my top advisors when it comes to music. As the drummer, he steers the ship when we're playing. He has a natural ability as a music director, and he makes a lot of decisions about structure and form. He's done a lot throughout his career, starting when he was a teenager. He's produced some big shows and even a music festival, and he's played in a number of bands. Right now, he's currently working on a project called Mad MIDI, where he's triggering video with his drumming, and it's literally the future. Brian has worked closely with Jules in bands, and he's always extremely prepared and well practiced when he shows up at rehearsals and shows. and he listens to a lot of the hip-hop that inspires me, and his playing reflects that. He may look familiar if you've seen my Snag music video. Ian and I have made so much music in the studio together, and a lot of it hasn't even seen the light of day. Ian has an awesome and much needed positive energy when he walks in the room. He's played with Collie Buddz, Barrington Levy, and so many more. He studied music at Berkeley back in the day, and he lived in Haiti for a few years and made a bunch of music out there, which deeply influenced his style. He's got some serious chops on the keys. Tyler GASEK is on saxophone. He's also an artist and an illustrator. As a matter of fact, he made the album artwork for this EP. Tyler played with me on my first ever show in New York City when I was like 16 years old at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. He's always been down for the cause, and his horn playing is just so soulful. In addition to playing trumpet, Ian mixed and mastered this whole EP. He's an audio engineer to the fullest, and he truly cares about how things sound. Just like the other guys, Ian and I have worked on lots of music together, and we even did a full-length album that came out a few years ago called These Aren't the Words You're Looking For, which is a concept wordplay album with a Star Wars theme. And we got to feature one of my favorite MCs on that project, Mr. Liff. We chose Pilot Recording Studios because it's right in our hometown in Housatonic, Massachusetts, where we grew up, and it's the best studio around. Will Schillinger really knows what he's doing, and he's the owner and engineer. Some of his past clients include Passion Pit, Carole King, Taj Mahal, and a huge list of other artists. The SSL console that you see in a lot of these videos used to belong to Tony Bennett, so that's pretty cool. And the building used to be a church, and it just really felt good to be in there, and there's a vibe in that place that encourages and supports the best of our musical abilities. I also have to shout out filmmaker George Cox, who held a camera on his shoulder for the whole session. So thank you, George. And I sat with him for about a week, and we edited these 5 videos one after another, and it was awesome. Thanks so much, man.
Perfect timing.
Do you need anything?
No, just a nap.
You know, these songs are all so different and are our music as a band has been described as jazz fusion or neo soul, and some of it is political hip hop, and you know, it's inspired by the Roots, which is a live hip hop band, and rhyme sayers in the lyricism, which is like Atmosphere or Aesop Rock or Idea and Abilities. And then the jazz influences, you know, I listen to a lot of Robert Glasper and Climate Chaos, which is about climate change and kind of the anger that our generation feels about that. Reminds us of Rage Against the Machine or Death Grips. But while the music is inspired by so many different artists and bands, when we play together, we're unavoidably us. I do this to positively impact people's lives and make people's days better, and my hope is that the music comes into people's lives when they need it the most, and especially in these times that we're living in. So the live band has become a pillar that I'm adding to what I'm building, and it's something that I want to offer when I'm asked to play a show. So I'm just really thankful to have done this, and that it came together, and that I placed importance on it, and that everybody involved came together, and everybody's timing matched up, and it worked out. When you put music out, it's oftentimes unknown what the end result is going to be, especially when you're an independent artist. And since we released the record on June 21st, it's gotten some really good attention. We've been added to some really cool Spotify playlists, and we've been featured in Ear Milk and Live for Live Music and a few other really great websites. I'm gonna get back to making beats and writing new songs and doing my thing, and I'm so excited that the live band is now in the mix. So please go enjoy our new record.